So why is JTech in the Discord?
Well, I was supposed to do a debate, not with him, but I was supposed to host a debate. And apparently the guy he was going to debate with, miraculously, JTech joined the Discord and he thought he was going to be debating me. I said, no, you're not debating me, you're debating this other guy. I'm not going to say his name. And then he explained, he tried to debate him, one time. I think it was yesterday or something. But he never showed up. That's what he said. He never showed up. Now he wants to debate me. He wants to do like a debate / interview with me. With him.
I mean, I would gladly watch a debate between you and JTech.
Yeah.
I would moderate that. I would moderate that debate. I'd be so happy for that. I mean, I think you should. I think you should. If you want, honestly, bro, if you want to pull JTech in here, we can turn heel and turn this into a JTech debate stream. I'm happy to do that. Get him in here.
He's offline.
Why would he come in looking for debate and then go offline?
Well, he came in looking for a debate, right? But he came in looking for me. But there was a bit of a confusion because I wasn't the one doing the debating. It was another guy. I was hosting the debate. Then he explained to me that the other guy didn't show up.
Bro, we set up a stream. JTech just strolls into your Discord and you're telling me you're not getting him in here?
Oh, wait. If he was online in the Discord, yeah, I would try and get him in here, but he's not online. He's offline right now. He literally went offline.
Keep an eye on it. I want to host a debate between you guys. That'd be good. So we were not actually planning on talking about JTech. Then JTech kind of just appeared in the Discord. So now I'm not sure what we're gonna do. This is the video he made about you. This video is called TruScottishGuy Tries It Bullying Ego Issues Too.
I know what this is about, dude.
So, I guess a little background. The last time I streamed, it was in response to this guy who made like a 12-minute video about me where he just lied about things that I said. And full disclosure here, he made an apology video to me. He made a brief apology video to me. But in the should we show the apology video first? Because the apology was like a month ago, but this video that we're about to watch is from like a week ago. Basically, just in his response video, he says like sorry for coming at me that way, and he still disagrees with me, but like he wanted to. It was just a very odd apology. I appreciated the apology, but it was just an odd way of going about things. Because then he asked me to like set up a Discord to talk, but like, and that he was sorry, but he kept up the videos about me, and it's like, and I said it to you, Scott. I was like, my Twitter DMs are open, my email is public. Like, if you wanted to reach me, I'm not hard to reach. It just seemed like a really, no, but you know what I mean. It's like if you wanted to set up, if you really wanted to set up a discussion with me, it really is not difficult to do that. But instead, I eventually found my way to a month-old apology video, which was just a little weird.
When people like want to when I offer discussions with people, they say no because they think I'm going to set them up and make them look bad.
Yeah, it just seemed weird. It just seemed weird for him to make an apology video, but then keep up the videos about me where he acknowledged that he was in the wrong in these videos, but he keeps them up. And then also like saying in this video he wants to set up a discussion, but then he didn't send the video to me. He didn't reach out to me. It was just a very like, and again, I appreciate him apologizing, but it's like everything else was a little odd. Didn't seem very genuine. And then a few weeks
he was wrong. Because he said that what was it he said? He said that he doesn't like me, obviously. Right, let's get at it.
Yeah, and then a few weeks later he made this. Yeah, and even then, even in his apology video to me, he brought up you, which again was like, what is your fucking fascination with Scottish?
Well, the clue is in the title. He says I'm a bully and I've got a big ego because I play on PC and shit like that, dude, and all that stuff. And I don't like just stupid things like I don't like consoles, and he sees that as like me having a big ego, which I don't. I don't like consoles. I think they're a waste of fucking money. They are a complete waste of money
I agree.
for the limited hardware that they have, the weak hardware that they have. They're just complete and utter waste of cash. Somebody asked, "What do we think of E3?" I don't particularly like E3, to be honest. I don't watch it anymore.
I don't watch E3. I just watch the trailers afterwards.
It's just a bunch of bullshit on E3. It's like an advertisement place for people to advertise stuff like their games and shit and all that, and get investors involved to invest in their product and stuff. That's literally what it fucking is. I call E3 the House of Lies. That's what I call it.
The House of Lies.
Because it's a house of lies. I mean, just look at the Division. Look at Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The House of Lies, bro. The House of Lies. I had this conversation with someone, I think it was like last month or something, where am I just getting old, or is video games just shit?
I mean, I just disagree with, there's a lot of people that say like, oh, games are shit now, games are shit. I'm never gonna agree with that. I think AAA games are kind of shit now, but I think there's more AA and indie games than ever. Like,
yeah.
If you're willing to look for a game, like gaming is better than it's ever been. You just have to look a little more than you used to.
Yeah, that's what I mean. AAA games. Is it just me, or has AAA games gotten worse these days? When I grew up playing the original Xbox from 2000 to 2005, a game had to be, like, I wouldn't say perfect, but playable. Right now, you know, technology has made game developers and publishers lazy, because you could just release the game and followed by a patch, and that is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But back in the day, you had to develop the game. You had to make sure it would run well and there'd be no problems. Because if it ran like shit, then that's it. You can't patch it. Like, if you look at my Steam library, like the amount of hours I've put into a game is into an indie game. An indie game, and that's Mountain Blade Bannerlord 2.
I think my most played game on Steam right now is Apex.
Apex. My most played game on Steam is Armor 3, 140 hours, 146 hours.
I have close to 250 hours in Apex on Steam, and that's after I had like 1,100 hours on Origin.
Right. So
I play the shit out of Apex Legends. I love that game.
I don't like that game.
Well, that's too bad.
You're sitting shooting someone and they don't die? Like, what the fuck is that?
But yeah, shoot them more. just shoot them more.
Then your pinky gets sore when you're ducking.
So rebind it. Bro, I fucking love Apex. One of the reasons I love Apex is that the time to kill is so long. I feel like you can get into actual gunfights and shit. It's not like, I don't know, like, it's not like other games where it's like you make one mistake, you get shot once, you're dead. And it's like, if you like games like that, I'm not saying they're bad games. I'm just saying, like, I prefer games with longer engagements and stuff. I think it's more fun. I think it's a better showing of skill if it takes more shot. I mean, it's not a better showing of skill, it's just a different showing of skill, you know? There's a lot of skill in a game like Siege or CS where, you know, one bullet can drop you. But then there's also a lot of skill in a game like Apex where it's like you really need to know your character and you really need to know your movement, your positioning, your aim in order to win just one gunfight.
Yes.
It's a different kind of skill.
CSGO is a bit controversial because you can shoot people in the head and you don't die. Like, if you go onto YouTube and type in "you just got CSGO'd," it's people that shoot people in the head and they don't die, and they just turn around and shoot them back. Some questionable hit markers on that game. Shall we get into this response?
Yeah, sure. So, too long didn't read. This guy made a long video about how much of a piece of shit I am, but then made an apology video and didn't take down the videos about how much of a piece of shit I am. So I'm not sure how to feel about that. But then after his apology video, he makes this video about Scottish. I have not seen this yet, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's supposed to be quite.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, come on!
What is that?
Is that true? Not hilarious, dude?
I'm actually nervous about playing that because I feel like it's gonna get DMCA'd. Does he ever start talking?
I don't think so.
Is he really just gonna put music and screenshots in this? Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged, and with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. That is bold. Coming from someone who made a, what, 11, 12-minute video about me where he just lied about the things I said. Proverbs 11. What's with all the Bible verses? When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with the humble is wisdom. Again, bro, this isn't a great hill for you to die on. I don't know. Does he ever start talking?
No, it's just.
Because I'm not just gonna play that. I'm not gonna play the music. Is this really just a 7-minute video of memes?
PC version fucking peasants. I brag because consoles fucking suck. PC masters.
I want to show this apology just for a little bit of context here.
Hey guys, this is Libra October, so I just want to make this video exclusively to Joe from Seattle. First of all, I want to apologize for the way I came at you, and I want to offer a peace treaty in the form of maybe discussing something sometime on a Discord.
Yeah, this is what I mean. He says he wants a peace treaty by a chat in Discord?
Keep playing it.
Which is like...
Keep playing it. You'll find out. Keep playing it.
Okay.
I have my own Discord. My friend made it for me. And if you're willing to talk about it sometime, then that's fine. And if you choose not to, then that's also fine. The person of yours, okay, I have some issues with him, and that's...
And then he just goes like, apology to Joe from Seattle. Then now he's just talking about you. That's what I mean. Like, come on, man.
Fine if you want to be friends and hang around him.
Yeah,
but
I do.
I feel like he's just way too prideful and egotistical for his own good.
That was the words.
Prideful and egotistical. You heard it here. True Scottish guy. Prideful and egotistical.
I'm prideful for playing on a PC that I built myself.
Prideful and egotistical. Coming from the guy who just takes swings at you any chance he gets and just flat out lied about the things I said because I made a video correcting the wrong things he said.
I feel like I'm a victim, to be fair.
Do you feel like a victim yet?
But that's how I personally feel. Yeah. So anyways, I just want to make this basically apologizing for the way I came at you, and maybe we can discuss some things, some certain topics, because I still kind of believe in my own views that you're wrong about.
Did you pause it?
I did. I thought you said pause it.
I said don't pause it.
Oh, okay.
Console gamers spending a certain amount of money compared to PC. But hey, that's just me. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next time I make a video.
About console gamers spending more on PC. Console gamers spending more than PC gamers.
Like, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me. You made a video with a whole bunch of wrong information in it. I responded with my own video where I corrected your information. That's kind of what I do here. I respond to other YouTubers who have wrong information or are pushing misinformation or are trying to push people in a certain direction that I don't think is the right one. Or they're pushing people in an anti-consumer direction. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
What is there to talk about? You say you still think I'm wrong. What am I wrong about? You made a whole 10-minute response to me where you didn't refute a single one of my points. And again, where you just lied about the things that I said. The video was right there. You could have just looked. Like what more is there to talk about? I'm either wrong or I'm not, and I'm not. So like really, what is there to talk about? And then you say you want a peace treaty, so you want to talk in Discord, but you made no effort to reach out to me yourself. Again, my Twitter DMs are open. My email is public information. Again, on my Twitter, and I think on my Twitter, it's definitely in my YouTube bio. Like, I'm not a hard person to get a hold of. Right. And then 2-3 weeks later, he makes that video about you, where it's just 7 minutes of just
memes
of just taking low blows at you. Yeah, so it's like, really, what is there to talk about at this point?
He's basically saying that you're wrong on that console gamers spend more than PC gamers,
and I'm not. Like, I literally am not wrong about that.
That's literally what
I quite literally am not wrong about that.
That's what he wants to debate about.
Like, if you want to talk to me about, like, maybe, like, oh, I didn't like the tone you used, which I don't care. Or, like, oh, I didn't like the wording you used, which, again, I don't care because I go out of my way to not be inflammatory in my videos.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't handle that, you shouldn't be on the internet. And again, if you can't handle people pointing out when you said something wrong, you shouldn't be on YouTube. That comes with the territory. If you say something wrong, you're going to hear about it. So it's like, on one hand, I respect that he made an apology.
But do you
But on the other hand, did you really apologize?
Do you accept it?
You said you wanted a peace treaty, and you said I'm still wrong.
I'll be
I'm not going to go out of my way to take shots at you. That's not the person I am. That's not the channel I have, and I have no desire to do that. I'm not interested in that. There's a reason it took me a month to find this video. I'm not exactly interested in, like, ongoing feuds and stuff. That's just not what I just don't care. But I'm just scratching my head, like, why did you make this? What were you trying to achieve with this video?
Billion. What am I doing?
Wait, Dregs. No. Dregs, don't tell him to leave. We don't kick people out of this stream. Anyone can come into this stream and say whatever they want. There's a reason There's a reason I don't moderate comments. There's a reason I don't moderate stream. Anyone can come in here and say whatever we want.
Hold on.
I hold my stream to the same standards that I hold myself. Like genuinely, I'm genuinely offering to pull you in here. Because you and I, like, again, Libra and I have no beef, but, you know, I hold myself to the same standards I hold everybody else. If someone makes a video about me, I'm going to respond to it. I'm offering an open invitation to Libra if he wants to come in this stream, if he wants to join the Discord, if he wants to hash things out live. I'm completely open to that.
Who do I bully exactly? Who do I bully? Who do I make feel bad? Who do I make feel bad? Then they compare me to JTech. I'm like, how am I anywhere near JTech? JTech wants to restrict games going to another platform. I don't. So how does that make me JTech? It's so confusing. You know, when I get compared to him, like I'm the JTech of PC gaming or something like that.
I want to hear what you guys have to say to each other.
Me?
I want to hear what you guys have to say to each other.
Joe's avatar.
Yeah, you want to make a video about me?
It's a stock image from clip art on Microsoft Word.
What, mine does?
Yeah.
Wait, wait, who said that?
Nobody.
Man, somebody made that for me.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't know
somebody made that for me like 3 years ago when I used to full-time stream on Twitch, but like before I was even doing response videos and stuff. Someone made that for me. It just kind of became my icon.
I can't even get somebody to make me a fucking avatar thing. I like when you when you do your videos, your character's like peeking from the bottom.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. Yeah, I like it. I do that all the time, bro.
Like when somebody says something stupid, it's just you peeking.
It's like, you sure? You sure about that?
You sure about that? It's like John Cena peeking through the hole. You sure?
Oh, dude, I wish I was half as buff as John Cena. Maybe one day. Dude, I don't even have a gaming chair. I have a fold-out chair with a blanket on it.
A fold-out chair with a blanket.
I have a fold-out chair with a blanket on it because I'm a cheap-ass motherfucker who doesn't want to buy.
How much did you pay for your PC?
Huh?
How much is your PC?
Oh, God, I don't know. I have no idea, actually. I've never thought about that.
Is it expensive? Was it expensive?
It's probably like on the border between like mid-tier and high tier. I don't know, because I mean it's been pieces and stuff like over years worth of time. It's not like I bought it all at once, so it's hard to put a price tag on it.
You've built it over time then.
Yeah, no, I started with like a $500-600 pre-built, and I've just been gradually upgrading it over like 4 years. So it's
you probably spent like $1,000.
I mean, it's a completely different computer now.
So all those PC parts and you fucking sit on a chair with a blanket. Gee, I see that all the time, man, with streamers on Twitch. Like they have the little shitty green screen and they get to do the toilet. It's shitty little chair. Like it's been stolen from WrestleMania or something. That's literally what
Oh my god, I don't know why that's so fucking funny. No one's ever gotten legitimately mad at me for my chair.
That's what you see on Twitch, man. It's a shitty little green screen and a fucking chair stolen from WrestleMania 20 or something. With a little blanket on top of it.
Dude, that's exactly what I have. I have a black fold-out chair from Target, and I have a blanket just wrapped up and used as a cushion.
Face on the front.
No, you're right. That's exactly what I have.
Hey, at least he doesn't have a grandmother wallpaper. You know, the flowers and shit.
I mean, I could change it to that if you really want.
This isn't The Sims, bro.
Bro, I'll do it right now. I swear to God, I'll change my wallpaper to the default Windows 2000. Now people are tagging me in Discord saying they hate my chair, so we're just gonna move on.
Adam says, "I'm disappointed in you, Joe. Your butt. Treat your butt."
You got any videos you wanted to take a look at or to respond to? Someone actually just sent me a chair.
Yeah, someone actually just sent you a chair with Pikachu on it.
This is one of my favorite gifts in the whole world. Like Libra, the whole reason we're here is because we were both willing to just walk away from this whole thing. Like out of the three of us, me, Scottish, and you, out of the three of us, I mean, I was just walking away from the whole thing. I made my video, I was done. The thing is, you keep bringing up Scottish. You made a video about Scottish a few days ago. Even in your apology video to me, you bring up Scottish. Like, we don't just talk about people for no reason. We talk about people when they give us a reason to talk about them. That's why we're here. And that's why I keep saying, if you want to come in and you want to talk, like, by all means, you have an open invitation to do so. But I'm also not the kind of person who's just going to sit here when people are making videos about me and making videos about my friends. I'm not just going to sit here and not say anything. That's never the person I am. It doesn't mean I have beef with you. It means I'm defending myself, I'm defending my friends, I'm defending the community I'm a part of. And again, it is awkward talking to you like this because the chat is like 20, 30 seconds behind.
It's like sending a fucking email. That's what it's like.
Yeah, right?
It's like sending an email, dude.
It's really hard to do this. Bro, the TLDR is that I was completely willing to walk away from this shit, but then I was brought up to... Then I noticed that, like, of the three people here, me, Scottish, and you and Scottish are the ones that keep having beef. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it.
Beef with anyone. I've made.
I'm here as a casual observer. That's all I care about. But all I know is that in your apology to me, you brought up Scottish. 4 days ago, you made a video just making fun of Scottish. And then after your apology to me, you kept up the videos about me where you admitted you were in the wrong about them anyways. And all throughout all of this, you've made no effort to reach out to me personally.
I mean, like,
I don't talk about people for no reason. I talk about people who give me a reason to talk about them. I'm not gonna let KFC. Is the KFC console still happening? Is it actually a thing that's happening, or is this a really elaborate marketing gimmick?
I think it's a elaborate marketing gimmick.
One, it's a real system, but don't expect many to be made. It keeps your chicken nice and toasty. It's not a console, it's a custom PC with some very impressive stats. Bro, does this mean I can swap the GPU out? And are you telling me I can have a custom KFC console? Are you telling me I can customize the parts in this?
Yeah.
Bro, that changes everything. I'm getting one of these. This is my new PC. Before this stream started, people were asking if it was Harmon Smith that I was talking about. What has Harmon Smith been up to?
So, who is this guy? This something Smith?
Harmon Smith. I've made a few responses to him. This video is called Halo is Dead and Irrelevant.
Halo, one of the juggernaut Xbox franchises from my youth, has sort of fallen off the wayside. It has been completely forgotten. All those tie-in...
No. Hang on. I'm just curious. I just want to see what the Steam charts are for Master Chief Collection.
It's like 10,000 people playing.
It's about 6,000 right now. 6,000 just on Steam. That's not counting the Windows 10 version that's on Game Pass. And that's not counting the console version.
Not counting.
So, no to everything you just said.
Novels, all those machinima productions, a new Netflix series, I believe, a new game on the horizon, and no one gives a shit. At this point in time, The Legend of Zelda had established itself as one of the best video game series of all time. 25 years in, Twilight Princess 25 years into The Legend of Zelda, 20 years into The Legend of Zelda, we got stuff like Twilight Princess. We got like, games like the Minish Cap. We got Ocarina.
Did he just say the Minish Cap?
Yeah.
Isn't this guy a Nintendo fanboy?
What the hell is he on about? What the fuck is
The Minish Cap. The Minish Cap. How do I know that?
I played zero.
Great stellar games all around.
I played one.
Halo.
Yeah, they're so stellar you don't even know what they're called.
Peaked at Halo 2. Like, it peaked with...
You take that back right now, sir. Halo peaked with Reach, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
The introduction of online play. And I do think this is the reality behind Halo and its popularity. It wasn't a particularly compelling game. It wasn't well made. It wasn't engaging. It wasn't well balanced. It didn't have a...
Wait, sorry, I was reading. Which one is he talking about that wasn't...
It wasn't well made. It wasn't engaging. Halo and its popularity.
What Halo was he talking about?
It wasn't a particularly compelling game. It wasn't well made.
Which, are you talking about all of
online play? And I do think this is the reality behind Halo and its
StreamYard. One
popularity.
sec.
It wasn't a particularly compelling game. It wasn't well made. It wasn't engaging. It wasn't well balanced. It didn't have a good work. It didn't have a good...
But is he saying that Halo? Is he just saying all of Halo wasn't compelling and it didn't have compelling anything?
I don't know what Halo he's talking about, but I think, yeah.
He just said Halo. Like, he just said Halo.
Yeah, he just
I think
said
he's
Halo.
talking about all of it. It's like, how do you... Like, Halo has a great story.
Halo has a magnificent fucking story.
Even
Like,
even Halo 4. I hate Halo 4 so much. Like, that game is so not fun, but the story in that game is fantastic. I love that game story. I wish the game... Like, I wish it was more fun to play. I wish it was not miserable to play. Because the story is so good.
I didn't like the story that much on Halo 4. Halo 3, I adored the story. Adored it. I've played it through. I've played through that game many, many times. Love the story in Halo 3. It's probably one of the best, the very best of storytelling in video games. Halo 3, I think.
I think Halo 2 has the best story.
You think Halo 2?
I think 2 has the best story.
Funny enough, like when Halo 2 first came out, let me tell you this. When Halo 2 first came out, right? You know how it's got that cliffhanger ending in Halo 2?
Mm-hmm.
People hated that.
No, dude, the story behind Halo 2 is so interesting, though. Like, they had to cut so much of that game. Though, like, the reason why there's a cliffhanger ending in that game is because it was supposed to be something like 3 times longer with like 3 times more stuff, but like they had so many problems getting Xbox Live up and running. They had to cut so much of the campaign.
Funny seeing that when Halo 2 was getting developed, 6 months, I think it was like 6 months or something. Like, how long did the game take to like develop? Was it about 3 years or something like that?
It was less than that. Let me check.
It was like, what, 2 years, 3 years. We'll say about 3 years. We'll say about 3 years. But when they were developing the game, I think it was halfway through the development, they scrapped it and started again.
I think you're right. Yeah.
They scrapped it and they started again. They scrapped the whole like development cycle of the game and it just started again. And then when they started again, I think they had like a year. They had a year to get the game finished. A year.
Yeah, in February 2003, Bungie began developing a gameplay demonstration for E3 2003. The demo, which was the first gameplay seen by the public, showcased new enemies and abilities. Many elements of the trailer, however, were not game ready. The entire graphics engine and the footage had to be discarded, and the trailer's environment never appeared in the final game due to limitations on how big the game environments could be. Yeah, and February 2003, they basically had nothing, and the game came out in November of 2004.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
As I said, they scrapped halfway through it, and I think they had like a year of the development cycle to redo and develop the whole game again.
That's fucking crazy.
The multiplayer portion of the game, was just like, oh fuck this, we'll put this as the multiplayer type thing. You know, it was just like a last minute thing, and now it's one of the best multiplayers in the industry ever made. I mean, that game gave so much to what we have now, like matchmaking, party chat, and stuff like that. Without Halo, you wouldn't have those features.
Yeah. And I'm usually not someone to be like, oh, they did it first, therefore it's good. Or like, oh, this is an innovative thing, therefore it's a quality thing. But like with Halo 2, it was. I still think Halo 2 has the best 4v4 of the entire franchise.
Yeah. But it's just amazing how they scrapped out that whole entire game halfway through.
Yeah.
And redone all of it again.
So like maximum, this game was thrown together in like a year and a half.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It was a huge success. And as I said, the multiplayer portion of the game was just like a last minute thing. And it was just thrown in there as, that'll do for the multiplayer. And funny enough, people really liked the multiplayer.
If we're talking like just 4v4 Halo, Halo 2 is the best, in my opinion. If we're talking big team, like if we're talking custom games or big team, I think Reach is the best. But if we're just talking core, just 4v4 Halo 2 I still think is the best.
I played Halo 2 on the original Xbox. That was the first introduction into online, gaming. Like the original Xbox was like, before that I was playing on PC, but the original Xbox was so much better than PC at the time because you can chat to people real time with a microphone.
Yeah.
And that was like the big, the big, how can I say it? The big, huge, innovative thing at that time where you can communicate with people over a microphone with real time, other than on a PC where you have to type and all that stuff. But
interesting.
I'm gonna keep going with
world
this.
to explore, fun mechanics to exploit. The only thing.
Did he just say there were no fun mechanics in Halo to exploit? Literally, like 90% of Halo 2 multiplayer was exploits. BXR, like melee reloads, super jumps. Yeah, like 90% of Halo 2 was exploits. That's part of why it was fun. Like that added more to the skill gap.
I think like if you had the battle rifle, you can shoot someone in the head twice and melee them, and that would
the BXR. It was melee reload cancel headshot, because the melee would break shield and then you could instantly go into a shot and then one shot would kill. BXR.
Do you remember the glitch with the pistol? Like you would shoot and you would change weapon multiple times and the guy would just die and it would be like a betrayal.
What? Remember that? Hang on, I'm looking that up.
Yeah. It was a glitch. It was a glitch where you could betray one of your friends by you put a pistol to their head. You shoot them once in the head and you change your weapon. You press Y, and I think you press another button at the same time simultaneously, the guy just dies in front of you and it counts as a betrayal.
I'm just pulling up a video of every button.
Hey guys,
every button
my name is Shadow AP, and with the
Halo
Master
2
collection coming out this November,
it was a glitch in the game.
Like this is why I loved Halo 2, bro. This is why I fucking loved Halo 2. Because I used to be super into fighting games, and I still play melee, but like stuff like this, like when you have like a shooter with like weird button combos and movement exploits and stuff like you would have in a fighting game, I fucking love that shit. That's why I love Halo 2. That's why I love Apex. That's why I love Titanfall. Like, that's why I had a weird soft spot for Infinite Warfare. Like, a first-person shooter with like the same kind of movement and like control exploits that you would find in a fighting game. Like, we need more of that. That is super hard to do well, but if you do it right, it's so goddamn fun. Wait a minute. I just looked over. There's a Harmon Smith video called Doom Eternal is Still a Bad Game. We're watching this one. I'm setting up a watch together. I swear to you on my life, we're going to get through this one. We're going to watch this one for real.
Who said that Doom Eternal's about?
This is Cody Lee, author of Rabbit Hole and owner of blackcatbooks.org. Doom Eternal is still...
Why did that have to be said? Why did we have to say that one?
A very, very bad game. I've gotten a lot of criticism in recent days. I'm not quite sure why, regarding this specific video I made regarding Doom Eternal and why I thought it was a bad game, why I knew it was a bad game, detailing my experiences with it. And upon looking back on that video, I don't regret a single thing I said. I was completely 100% spot on about everything. And I think the only people defending Doom Eternal now are just blind, nostalgia-blinded Doom fanboys.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Listen, if you're gonna say that the game was bad, at least have some valid points.
Some valid points with this shit. Yeah, look, Doom Eternal, personally...
Would you say it's bad?
No, Doom Eternal is fantastic.
Doom Eternal is fantastic.
Doom Eternal is a fantastic game.
I've played it. I don't know where I am in the game. but I've been playing it.
I've played it. I think I've played through it 4 times now. And
4 times.
Most recently, I did it on Nightmare, which is
I'm 8 hours in. But I got to a certain point in the game where my game crashed, and every time I restarted, it would crash at the same spot. But now I've played it recently, and I've got past that spot, and it hasn't crashed. So I think it was the game. It's something wrong with the game. But yeah, Doom Eternal was great.
Eternal is a step down from 2016, which
it's not okay. Doom Eternal is not. This is actually something I've been wanting to elaborate on. I don't think Doom Eternal was a step down from Doom 2016. I think it was a sidestep. Just like the mechanic. No, Doom 2016 is a top 5 all-time favorite game for me. Like, I love Doom 2016. That was one of the first games I played when I got my first PC. So I might be biased because that game fucked my brain. Because, like, not only is it a fantastic game, but it was also, like, that was one of the games that transitioned me to PC. I just think it's a little different. I think Doom 2016 is a lot more open-ended. I think Doom 2016, the combat is a lot more open. Like, there's less emphasis on weak spots and, like, specific weapon types. Whereas in Doom Eternal, it's a lot more, I guess you could call it hardcore. Like, there's a lot more weapons, there's a lot more things you have to remember, a lot more buttons you have to know. You know, chainsaw for ammo, flame gulch for armor, blood punch for the get out of jail free. You got a glory kill to get your blood punch. Like, it's just a much more layered game. And whereas I don't think that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just think that's, that's what I mean when I say it's a sidestep. I don't think it's a progression of Doom 2016. I think it's a sidestep from Doom 2016. That being said, Doom Eternal is still a fantastic game. I just prefer that Doom 2016 is a little more open-ended. Like, more guns are viable against more enemies, and I think that just makes the game a little more replayable. But that being said, I think Doom Eternal is, if we're just talking from a technical standpoint, if we're just talking about from a mechanical standpoint and a game design standpoint, I do think Eternal is the better game.
Really?
I just get more, but I find myself going back to Doom 2016 more, if that makes sense. Like, I've played Doom 2016 more times than I've played Doom Eternal, but I still think Eternal is the better game. It's more, I guess it's more just a personal thing.
Which in and of itself, all that great to begin with. And when a game is that poor, when, like, it's that low quality, why would I ever bother playing it? You know what I mean? Like,
to know for sure? Like, are you asking why you would play a game to get a better understanding of the game? And, like, is that really the question you're asking?
I'd much rather go back and play GoldenEye. I'd much rather go
a Golden N64 game.
Back and play Perfect Dark. Like, I'm
N64 game.
Having the same problem with the Master Chief Collection, actually, is that, like, those games, in spite of being, like, legendary Xbox exclusives, right? The biggest franchise Xbox has ever had, is simply not that good. Like, I just simply can't stomach myself to...
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Yes, go on.
Where the fuck have you been? Where the fuck have you... Has he been stuck on his Nintendo DS and playing Pokemon all the way through his childhood? Where the fuck has he been, bro?
I mean, I guess.
Where the fuck have you been? Take those milk glasses off, man. Jesus.
To play through when I could, theoretically, be doing something else. I could be reading manga that I enjoy, Berserk, Attack on Titan, Dead Man Wonderland. I could be watching anime, Assassination.
Yeah, okay, but you keep saying, like, I could. Well, why would I play this game when I could be doing a thing I already enjoy? It's called broadening your horizons, sir. It's called trying new things, sir. I was not a fan of RPGs. I did not like RPGs at all. Still not a big fan of RPGs. But then someone pushed me. Someone pushed me really hard to play The Witcher 3. That is now a top 5 game for me. The Witcher 3 is fucking phenomenal. And that's coming from someone who doesn't like RPGs. And I never would have had that experience if someone didn't push me to try it.
My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone. I could be reading
Gen 3? Okay,
Dracula, The Once and Future King. And I'm just throwing things out there that I...
Yeah, you could be doing all these things. You could be doing all these things. I could be doing a lot of things right now.
He's 1 minute and 50.
This is not an argument. This is not an argument. I could be doing these things.
The reason I'm making this video is, like, to address the fact that due to my lifestyle, due to how much, like, high quality media I consume from Nintendo and other creators, I don't have time for mediocre games like Doom Eternal. Like,
if you don't have time for it, how would you know it's mediocre? If you don't have time to play it, how would you know it's not worth your time? No? Okay, cool. Great.
obviously,
Sick.
is
Yeah,
going to have
good talk.
fans, right? Because there are people with like very low standards. Like, there are plenty of people who like Marvel movies and things like that, right? There's nothing wrong with liking bad media in and of itself, but when you sort of present it.
Oh, there's
nothing wrong with disliking bad
like you're
media.
not wrong. Like you're not wrong. There's nothing wrong with liking bad movies.
When you come up with fucking bullshit like this, Jesus Christ.
Like you're not wrong. There's nothing wrong with liking bad movies. There's nothing wrong with liking bad media and getting enjoyment out of bad media. But that's not the argument you're making. The argument you're making is that Doom Eternal, a game that is like almost universally adored, you're saying it's a bad game, and you're not. I looked through your channel. You said you made a review of it. I can't find it anywhere. But like you in this video, you have not made a single criticism of this game.
It's not conceded a single point.
Yeah, Doom Eternal is one of the best reviewed first-person shooters ever. Like literally ever. And I'm not even saying you have to like a game that gets good reviews. I think The Last of Us is a piece of shit. That's one of the best reviewed games ever. I think it's a piece of shit. But like, I can explain to you why I think that. You're not making an argument here.
In this way, you have to enjoy it. You have to praise it. You have to support it.
No, we're just saying if you don't, we want to know why. We're not saying you have to love it. We're saying if you don't love it, we just want to know why. Because if you say this thing sucks, this thing is shit, this thing is no good, okay, why? You're going against the public opinion, which is okay but you're not making any effort to explain why.
No, I don't. I really don't. I have like better things to do with my time than try and enjoy a mediocre shooter like Doom Eternal.
Wait, let me get this straight. So he's not going to explain why he doesn't like Doom Eternal because he doesn't have the time, but he did have the time to make a video about how he didn't have the time. Do I have that right? Yeah, I don't even have time to explain why I don't have time to explain.
That's basically the same thing that I get from freaking console peasants. Like really, really massive.
So tonight I played a little bit of Doom
Eternal
on stream.
This is it. This is it. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up.
Probably about an hour playing through it. Probably not that long. Maybe half an hour.
I couldn't find this review, but Watch Together just threw it at me, so that's fine. We're gonna watch this now.
Playing it and
we're gonna watch it together.
Commenting on it and really giving my opinions on it. But I really wanted to make a video for it to give my overall thoughts on this thing. Doom Eternal is a giant piece of shit. Like that's all there is to say about that. It's clearly a lot worse.
No, that's not all there is to say about that. You're gonna have to do some explaining.
In the 2016 version, in every single way, like the environments are worse, the combats are worse, the combat is worse, the enemies are worse, the storyline is worse. Like everything about the game just feels half-assed and just doesn't flow together very well. Like they added some more acrobatic elements, but they're not very interesting. They don't flow into the gameplay very well. Like they added like a dash. Oh, what does that do? It just.
Did you say what is a dash? What does a dash do?
Get you out of the way.
It moves you.
Moves you out the way.
Hey, there's this button that makes you dash forward like 5 feet. What does that button do? Like what? Did you actually play the game?
What does a dash do? That's something.
It gets you out of the way. It gets you to the side. It helps with the platforming. It lets you close the gap on an enemy. How is this a question that needs to be asked?
They added all this stuff, but like by and large, it doesn't feel like Doom Eternal has really innovated on Doom 2016 at all. It feels like the same thing, but worse. It feels like what Rise of the Tomb Raider did for Tomb Raider 2013. Like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, Western developers do not know.
Wait, was Rise of the Tomb Raider bad?
No, I don't think it is. I enjoyed it.
Well, no, because I haven't played it, but he just said that so confidently that Rise of the Tomb Raider was bad.
No,
I haven't played that one.
Let me try and get it up and
How
look at the
to
reviews.
innovate on a video game franchise. Like they could have done all sorts of things with this idea of like you going down to Earth and like fighting demons and stuff like that. Like they could have just. There's so much they could have done, but what they came up with just doesn't work all that well. Like the.
How is this? I don't understand what. Like I don't know if you're.
Dude, he's just.
I'm struggling to come up with words. Yeah, because he's just rambling.
Yeah, he's rambling on, random shit to make him look like he's intelligent when really isn't.
Level design isn't. The monsters aren't fun to fight. Like it gets.
Well, okay, you keep saying this. Like the combat is bad. Why? The level design is bad. Why? The monsters aren't fun to fight. Why? I played this game.
That's the majority of people that I get is when people say I hate this and I hate that and they don't explain why.
I know, it's like if the level design is, it's like there's a million reasons why level design can be bad, right? Like it can be obstructive, it can be buggy, it can be unclear, it can be too clear, it can be too linear, it can be too open, it can be too obtuse. Like there's a million reasons why level design can be bad. And the same goes for combat. He said the combat is bad. So it's like, okay, how is it bad? Are the enemies overpowered? Are the enemies underpowered? Are the enemies just bullet sponges? Are the enemies not intelligent? Are the enemies unpredictable, which would make them unfair? But like, no, the whole thing about Doom is that the arenas are open, you have a decent amount of cover and verticality to use. All the monsters have very, like every single enemy type has very specific and very readable, predictable movements and predictable attacks. The whole point of Doom is looking at all the enemies in front of you, looking at your environment, and kind of letting the enemies attack you, using their movement to your advantage, creating new space, creating new openings. And then also every monster has almost every monster has a certain weapon they're particularly weak to. And it becomes a really interesting, like, chess game of a shooter. It's really, really fun. I fucking love Doom. Like, you're not, there's a million reasons, like, there's a million ways you can explain the things that you're saying, but you're not doing that. I'm struck, and I can understand not enjoying this game. I can understand not enjoying it. I can understand it not really being your thing. But if we're talking about objective quality, it's really, really difficult to buy into what you're saying about this game, because that's the other thing. You can acknowledge something as objectively good or bad while still not enjoying it. I can acknowledge that The Last of Us is a beautifully crafted game, a very well made game. I fucking hate it. I'm never gonna play it again. I'm surprised I got through it the first time. I can recognize that The Last of Us is a well-made game. I can't stand it, but I can still say that openly. I'm never going to take the actual quality of that game away from it just because I don't want to play it. That's something that so many YouTubers and so many reviewers just don't understand, the difference between objective quality and like subjective enjoyment. They're two different things, and you have to understand that if you're going to be a critic.
I hate it when they say that they hate this and they hate that and they don't explain why. That's like 99% of what people say, and that's what it's full. That's what it's legit full of. When I do response videos, it's full of people saying I don't like this, I don't like that. They don't explain why.
No, you never would explain why.
Exactly, you know what I mean? It's common amongst people like this. Oh, I don't like Doom 2016. Then they jump onto another fucking subject. Yeah. Hold on a minute. You just said you don't like Doom 2016.
Yeah, you just said you don't like a game that is, again, almost universally liked.
Yeah.
So why?
Exactly.
We're not saying I hate you. We're not saying you should die. I'm just saying why.
Repetitive, boring and repetitive, boring and repetitive, boring and repetitive.
He said boring and repetitive like a million times. This dude plays exclusively Nintendo games. Like you're shitting on a game for being repetitive, but you're a Nintendo fan. Nintendo almost exclusively, they almost exclusively make repetitive games because that's their style. Yeah. What the freaking heck?
What?
So much that begin with, but Doom Eternal just feels like a massive downgrade in every single way. People need to acknowledge these things more often.
No, just you.
No,
Just fucking
yeah, just you. No, just you, bro. What's that?
Is that it? Is that it? I thought you were gonna
That was
play
the end of it.
Is that
He just stopped it right there. I'm just looking for more.
Dude,
What are some other
look
people?
Look at the title of the next video.
Which one? Let me see.
Animal Crossing is
Oh my god, no, this is not real. This is not real.
Animal Crossing is way
Animal
more
Crossing
hardcore.
is more hardcore than Doom Eternal.
Now you can just tell. You can just tell that he's trolling now.
Dude,
okay?
he has to be trolling. People ask me why I don't make videos on him anymore. It's like he's like you can't take him seriously. He has to be doing this on purpose.
See that video that you did in that PC gamer who said that the 3090 wasn't going to be relevant in a year? Do you think he was trolling?
No, I think he was genuine.
Yeah.
I usually judge like whether or not someone was like trolling or not based on how they react to people who criticize them.
Yeah.
I think that guy was serious.
Because he's deleted all these videos. Or made them private. One or two.
Yeah.
But his channel's still there.
Because I know I wasn't the only one that responded to him. Wait, I want to watch this.
In your description.
way more hardcore than Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII-R, or The Last of Us Part 2, or Ghost of Tsushima, or any other game that's come out this year. We really need to like just come out and admit this. Like we really need to like explain this to people. Like I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but
no,
there's a lot more to do in Animal Crossing than there is in any of these other games. Like this is
He hasn't got a clue, bro. He just hasn't got a fucking clue. Jesus.
He's not serious.
He can't be serious.
He's not serious. He's not serious. I've decided. This is a joke video.
This is a series play for literally thousands of hours and never grow tired of it, right? Like Animal Crossing is one of the most endless, time-consuming things on the planet right now, and I think it's always going to be that way.
Why is he talking with his eyes closed?
I genuinely think he's playing a character.
He's talking with his eyes closed.
He's playing a character, dude. He's doing it for clicks. He's saying all this for clicks. He knows.
Every new entry, we're going to see more and more of these games just start getting more and more ridiculous, more and more content packed, more and more things to do. Like imagine an entire community like Animal Crossing where you have like 5 towns and like you can walk in between any of them, like open world Animal Crossing. I'm sure it's coming.
Isn't Animal Crossing already open world?
I don't know. I think it is.
Like, isn't Animal Crossing still an open world game technically?
Is Animal Crossing an open world, guys? Tell me.
I don't play it. So.
I don't play it. I don't play it, man.
Let's just keep going.
And you can like decorate like the entire fucking planet. Like
oh well, dude, if you can decorate the whole planet, just pack it up. It's the most hardcore game of all time. Doom Eternal fucking sucks. Animal Crossing, hooray!
I don't know. Like maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but like my point is that like Animal Crossing, the way it works, the way it's handled, the dedication it takes to get everything in this game, to get the furniture, to get all the fossils, the bugs, the fish.
It's a collectathon. It's a different kind of game.
Buddy, can I just jump in a minute?
It's just like fucking Banjo-Kazooie has more collectibles than Doom Eternal. It doesn't make it more hardcore.
To get your built up, to accomplish your goals, to do everything you need to do.
Okay, but it's a collectathon. It's a different kind of game, and that's not how you judge quality. You don't judge the quality of a game based on how much stuff there literally is to do, because that's how you get a repetitive game that's not fun. Like there are collectathons, like that is a perfectly legitimate kind of game. But like the fact that there is a lot of stuff to do doesn't mean the stuff that you're doing is more or less of a quote hardcore game.
In New Horizons, in order to succeed, that is going to take dozens and dozens of committed, dedicated playtime hours. Far more than it would take to do a run-through of Doom Eternal on the highest difficulty, right? Like,
he's playing a character.
He's got to be. Why? He has to be.
He's talking with his eyes closed, man.
There's no way. Yeah.
He's talking with his eyes closed. He's doing a character thing, man. He's definitely trolling, bro. Definitely trolling. How can you say that Animal Crossing is more hardcore than Doom Eternal? Are you high, bro? Are you high, bro? You on some magic mushrooms or some shit? Like, fucking hell, man. The amount of shit that I hear on this website, seriously. Seriously, man. The amount of shit I hear on this website.
Oh, we're about to hear some more of it.
Like Animal
Oh,
Crossing
Jesus.
is way more difficult than Doom Eternal in the
You just say that.
Oh.
right? Like Animal Crossing is way more difficult than Doom Eternal in the
Animal Crossing is way more difficult than Doom Eternal.
Guys, can we
Did
have
you
a
know
vote in the
that? Did you
chat
know
here?
that?
Is this guy
I didn't
playing
know
a
that. I
character?
learned a brand new thing.
Is this guy playing a character or not, man? Please, for the love of God, somebody in the chat.
Yeah, let's take a
Tell me.
poll. Let's take a poll in chat.
Yeah.
1, if you think
Let's
he's
do-
playing a character. 2, if you think he's genuine.
He has to be trolling, man.
He has to be.
sense that it takes so much more time and energy and commitment to get.
That's not a good thing, though. That's not an inherently good thing. Like, a game that requires more time, commitment, and effort, like, that doesn't... Like, and there's a game that requires more of that to reach the end, that's not an objectively good thing. That's not an inherently good thing. Because, yeah, on one hand, you can have a game that takes a lot of time, effort, commitment, but is satisfying to get to the end to. Something like Banjo-Kazooie took forever to 100%. The Lego games take forever to 100%, but there's escalation with them. You're not doing the same task over and over and over and over again. There's progression to it, and it makes the repetition less repetitious, I guess. And it makes the repetition more fun. Whereas in a game like Animal Crossing, or maybe something like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, or like, Destiny, where you're doing the same 3 things over and over and over and over and over again.
You're going to have to be playing this game a lot to get anywhere near it. There's
That's not
there's
inherently
nothing you can really
good.
do to cheese it. There's no like cheating. There's no way around like some of the things that Animal Crossing throws at you. Especially now that the updates have kind of prevented people from just like skipping ahead and getting everything in the game right away, because they've been constantly adding new things since launch.
Why does he keep rubbing his microphone?
I don't know.
Is
It's
he
getting
not
very
conscious of
disturbing.
that?
My concern is he's talking with these fucking
There's
eyes
so
closed,
much.
but why?
Animal Crossing basically has unlimited content that will keep people playing for years to come. Animal Crossing New Horizons is going to go on to be the best-selling game, one of the best-selling games on Nintendo Switch. I believe it's already sold like more than 30 million units
Fact-checking?
or some shit. Like, it's some crazy amount. Highly successful game. So good, it probably killed off Nintendo's mobile division. Like, with Animal Crossing, Nintendo...
Little update, fact check update. Animal Crossing New Horizons has sold 31.18 million units, which is
he wasn't
far
off,
a
was he?
ton. Yeah, no, he wasn't that far off. I'm not saying he was wrong. I was like giving an exact number.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, 31 million. That's insane.
Kind of knows that, like, we fucking save video games. I think we're good. I think mobile audiences are gonna come home now. Animal Crossing is just a huge phenomenon. Like a huge success story.
What's this got to do with fucking
Love Animal.
Doom?
Yeah, what does this have to do with it being more hardcore than Doom?
It sold 31 million.
And also, what's with the weird hate boner he has for Doom?
Exactly.
Why is he making such bizarre comparisons to Doom? He just keeps coming back to Doom. What the
I think he's went completely off topic.
Yeah.
Completely off
Crossing,
topic.
love everything about it.
What the fuck?
Was that? Hey,
The fuck was that? Wait, I'm rewinding it.
Animal Crossing.
Wait, shut up.
That, like, we fucking save video games. I think we're good. I think mobile audiences are gonna come home now. Animal Crossing is just a huge phenomenon. Like a huge success story. I love Animal Crossing. Love everything about it.
Love Animal Crossing.
What the fuck is that sound?
And, love Animal Crossing. Love everything about it.
Wait, here it comes again.
Love Animal Crossing.
How do you do that?
And a huge
Rewind that. Rewind that shit.
love Animal Crossing. Love
Shut
everything
up.
about it. Love Animal Crossing. And I think it needs to be said more that this is a hardcore video game franchise. Like, this is a game that you won't just pick up once and then drop, like COD or Halo or Fortnite or what have you. Like, no, this is a game that you have to play all the time in order to clear. And as a result, it needs to be considered one of the most hardcore video game franchises out there. Doom Eternal is not shit. Animal Crossing is one of the best games of the year.
I can't. I have to hear that again. Those last like 15 seconds, I gotta hear that again.
And as a result, it needs to be considered one of the most hardcore video game franchises out there. Doom Eternal is not shit. Animal Crossing is one of the best games of the year.
Can we make that a copy pasta? Doom Eternal is not shit. Animal Crossing is shit. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, I can't breathe.
I did.
man.
I
can't
know.
breathe.
Did I? Oh man. I don't know why that was so funny. Oh fuck. I think I'm gonna call it there.
Oh, what do you say?
I think I'm gonna call it there.